everybody, I'm back with a video, and today is going to be a review of the new Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation.
And also the powder.
Standing when CVS has these little security things, it's like, I don't want a 5-finger discount. I'm not gonna take it. Can't you just keep it in the back? Isn't that good enough? So I got mine at CVS and it was $8.99 for the foundation, and I believe the powder was the same exact price. I will link everything down below. Now I'm really excited because this foundation caught my eye because immediately it said matte and poreless. And who doesn't want to be poreless and who doesn't want to be matte? Especially coming from someone who has combination skin and can get oily in the T-zone. What's great is that at CVS I saw that there were about 10 to 12 foundation colors, and I absolutely love it. So there's light biscuits, brown biscuits, and dark biscuits. It's hidden all biscuits. If you're new to my channel, you're probably thinking, what? Brown biscuit? So that was really great is that they had powders right on the display as well. There weren't 10 to 12 powders to correlate with the foundation itself, but there were a good array. I would say about 5 to 6 powders. So what this foundation claims on the bottle is that it mattifies and refines pores, that it will match your natural skin tone, it's natural, and it has a seamless finish, and the rest is in Francais. Now this is not a first impression because I do not really care for first impressions, because I realized that those are not really beneficial. Foundations and different makeup products can really just change with yourself within the week. You can just love a product in the beginning and hate it at the end of the week. So I've actually tried this foundation out for a week and a half, and I feel like I have a good sense of what I can tell you about the product after testing it with different moisturizers and different primers. So first off, with the foundation itself, there is no pump, so that can be a womp womp womp. It doesn't really bug me too much, but I do usually love a pump because I feel like I don't waste too much product, and I feel like whenever I pour this on the back of my hand, sometimes I waste too much. So first off, on the bottle it says this is for normal to oily skin combination people. Yes, the claims are true. This is a foundation that dries very fast, and if you do have some dry patches, it's going to cling onto them. I happen to get dry sometimes around the nose area, also around my mouth, and my under eye area does tend to be dry as well. So I made sure that I wanted to try to test out different moisturizers and really see which ones helped in conjunction with this foundation, and just to really get the benefits of itself. When I was using this foundation, I used my Morning Burst Hydrating Gel Moisturizer, and I noticed that when I used this, it helped keep me matte within the whole entire day, except I did have some seepage of oils within my T-zone, which is normal, but I usually haven't had that much oil. But I did have just a little bit, which is normal for me. But I did notice when I use a mattifying lotion, which is the Murad Oil Control Mattifier, this really kept me matte within the whole entire day. So if you do have a mattifying lotion, I suggest using this beforehand as well. Like I said, there were some dry patches and I could tell that the foundation was clinging to them, so what I would do on other days is I tried it out with my Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture. This is an extremely moisturizing lotion for the face. It's really hydrating. So I use that around my nose, by my mouth, and underneath my eyes, and it really helped the foundation not look too dry or cakey in those areas. Now as far as the primer, you must use a primer with this foundation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Since it is very mattifying and fast drying, might I add, this foundation dries very, very fast, like Speedy Gonzalez. You definitely need a primer in order to have a really nice smooth canvas, or else it just really brings out lines and pores, and unfortunately doesn't make the claim of you being poreless. Now the primers that I tried were my Baby Skin, and this is more of a silicone type base primer, and it was okay, but I noticed the longevity of the foundation did not last that long, which the claims for this one is supposed to be an extremely, I think it's like a 10+ hour foundation, and with this it did not last as long, but it wasn't too bad. A lot of you are a fan of the Benefit Porefessional, and with this Porefessional primer it definitely lasted. I absolutely loved it with this primer. One that kept me matte within the whole day and really made it last was my Pore Minimizing Primer. This is distinctly a primer from Smashbox, which really gears towards girls who are oily. So if you're someone who has oily skin, especially me in the T-zone, then I would definitely try this out. If you have dry patches, this will adhere to them though, so be aware of that. Now as far as brushes on how to use this foundation, I got you covered, girls. My top brushes, I was using a flat top, I was using a round top, and I was using my beauty blender, aka Booty Bender. The winner was the round top kabuki, and the reason being is that you can use any round brush. The reason why I love this brush so much is because it really buffed in the foundation into my skin and quickly, and still kept that seamless look. This foundation dries so fast, like I said, where it's just like bam, it's set. The problem with using a flat top is that you're kind of just stippling on and blending at the same time, but you need something that's gonna just really just buff it in all the way, which is why I loved it. Like I said, it dries super fast, so this just buffs it in, and it's great. Now I know a lot of people are a fan of the Beauty Blender, and usually I love the Beauty Blender, aka Booty Bender, with a lot of different foundations, but not with this one. I felt like it made it look more patchy. Since it dries so fast, I did not really like this to blend. Like I said, I just really loved to buff. So if I had a choice, I would really pick the round top. What I will say though is when you do use a foundation with the Booty Bender, it does make it look a little bit more natural. It does not have as much coverage, which this foundation is a medium to full coverage foundation. You do one layer and you can build it up, which I absolutely love, but I will say it's a medium. Right now I'm currently wearing one layer. But if you want a lighter coverage, then use your Beauty Blender. As far as the powder goes, I will say that it's nothing that completely wowed me, but it's not something that completely disappointed me. I really like this powder because it's really nice and light. I feel like it really complements the foundation itself, but it's nothing that's so special where I just like peed my pants. But I will say it's a really lightweight, and I appreciate that it keeps me really matte within the days. The days that I did use this on top of the foundation, it kept me matte for so long. So as you can see, the theme for this is if you want to be matte, then you want to try this foundation and powder out. But I do like it, I can't knock it, and I've been using it, and it's one of my favorites right now. What I like is that it doesn't give too much coverage on top of the foundation where it starts looking really cakey and powdery. So that's what I like, is that it's just light enough just to set the face really nice and keep you matte with just a little bit of color, and you're good to go. So I don't want to ramble too much, but I wanted to definitely make sure I just kind of touch those points because foundations are really tricky with different skin types and tones and all that good stuff. So now we're gonna just get into the demo of the foundation right now. Whoop whoop. First, I'm priming my face with the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. Next, I'm going to take the foundation and just place some on the back of my hand. Again, I'm in Natural Buff. Now, I've been trying so many different types of brushes, from the Beauty Blender to flat tops to round tops, and the one that I find that works the best in order to really blend this foundation out is the round top kabuki from Sigma, or any type of round top period. Use my Beauty Blender, aka Booty Bender, and I would use it with the foundation and I would pounce my face. I'd be like, wait, let me get this, now that. It was becoming too patchy and really frustrating just because it is a fast drying foundation. So now I'm going to do one side of my face so you can see how it completely transforms that side. Let go. As I place the foundation, I'm going to just buffer into my skin in circular motions because this is fast drying. So as you can see, I have the foundation on this side of my face as opposed to this side of my face. I put it underneath my eyes, and I can tell by the coverage usually with the foundation is how well it will cover my Team No Sleep bags. I do have some bags because I do get very little sleep because I'm always so busy, but that's when I test the foundation, and once I place it underneath my eye, as you can see, it actually gets rid of quite a bit of my baggage area. But it just evens out my skin, it just covers any type of marks or scarring, and I absolutely love it. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And as you can see, this finish is a very nice and matte, but it's more of a satin matte where it doesn't look so flat, which I really, really appreciate. And as you can see, it alleviated most of my dark circles underneath. There might be a shadow, but it has alleviated a lot of that darkness. So that was my whole review on this foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Whoop whoop!